Hey guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with a video on how to remove mould from your walls, from your painted walls or your ceilings. It's actually right behind me here. I don't know if you can see it. Talk about bad backdrops, guys. I mean, I usually make an effort, but you know, when you're doing a video on how to paint over the mould, you might as well have the mould in the background, right? I was very kindly sent some products for this video. The guys at Zinsser saw my how to paint kitchen cupboards video and asked me if I would like any paints to try out. And so, yeah, I said to them, I've got some mould that I need to sort out. Can you send me anything that would do the trick for that? I should probably explain to you how the mould got there so you don't think that I'm a filthy animal. What should I call myself? Filthy little what? The corner, so you don't think that I am a filthy little pig. Well, basically what happened was the neighbours, as you know, have had a lot of building work going on, and I think the drain out the front got covered over, so the rainwater was all pouring down the walls, so the wall got really damp. The water came through the wall and the mould started to grow. So I'm going to take you through each of the stages step by step, and I will let you know what I think of each of the different products as we go along. If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe. I would love to have you back here. I also do some interior, bit of DIY, lifestyle and fashion videos. So if that's your thing, please hit the subscribe button. But for now, let's sort out this mould. Oh, pins and needles. So this is the worst of it. This is a bit that's right in the corner. So yeah, I'm gonna have to scrape that bit off, I think, first of all. And you can see over here, there's some water damage and some general yuckiness that also is going to need to be treated and painted over. I'm starting off with some newspaper. I'm just gonna put this down into the corner so that none of the paint or any of the products dribble down onto the carpet. And I'm also going to put on a pair of these latex gloves. These are just from a pound shop, but if you're a guy or if you're a lady with large hands, these are really good because they don't break like the really cheap ones. You get 20 in a pack, but they're not going to snap every 5 minutes. They're also there you go. They're also really good if you like a bit of fake tanning. Little tip for you: whack one of these on underneath the tanning mitt. Right, so as I mentioned, the bit in the corner is actually quite bubbly and it's 3D mould, it's not flat. So we're going to start off with this chisel and scrape it off. So I'm literally just going to scrape it off into a carrier bag. Why don't you come in for a close-up? Sorry, I also should have said that it might be a good idea to wear a mask while you're doing this. Obviously, this kind of stuff's got horrible spores in it that could get into your lungs. I haven't, because I'm an idiot. We're going to start off by giving it a really good clean with the degreaser and cleaner. I'm just going to use it's actually an old sock to clean, and to remove. Oh, it's, I think, I sprayed quite a lot. That is coming off though. It does smell very clean. I think if you had a really greasy kitchen or any kind of, yeah. Wow, did you see that? Look. That's actually cleaned it up really well. I don't know if you can see, but I think you could almost just use that to get rid of it. But of course, we don't want the mould to come back. So we do need to do the next stages. But if you just had a really dirty place, as a cleaning product, I would highly recommend that. What I wouldn't recommend is using a blue sock to clean it with, because I think some of the dyes come out of the sock. You know, this is my first time trying these products, guys, so I want to give you an honest and, you know, genuine review. And also, if I do make any mistakes like that, you're going to know about it so that you don't make them. So yeah, I hope that's okay. So next we're going in with the mould killer and remover. So it says to use this after the cleaner, which we've just done, and then you spray this on and you actually leave it on. So this is going to stay over it, and hopefully it's going to kill all of the mould, so to prevent it coming back. actually quite hard to see how much you're spraying on. I think I've probably sprayed on a little bit too much because it's actually dribbling down the wall. Sorry about that, I am working in quite an enclosed little space here, so I think it being in the corner, everything's sort of coming back at me a little bit. But yeah, by all means wear a mask with this, guys, if you do want to protect your lungs a little bit more. What I'm doing now is I'm just dabbing off, I think I sprayed, as I said, a bit too much on, so I'm just dabbing off the excess with this sponge. And then I'm just going to give it another blast with the hairdryer to get it nice and dry, ready for painting. And next we're going to go on with the primer and stain killer. So I think this is probably one of the most important steps in this process. I think all of the stages are obviously very important, but in the past I have painted over some watermarks and some sort of black spots before, and what happens is you think you've done a great job, it all looks white, but then after a few days the spots start to appear and the marks start to fade through and they bleed through the paint. So this product, I'm hoping, is going to seal everything off so that that doesn't happen. I think that is the idea behind this, and it is something that you really need to do if you have got any heavy marks on your walls before you paint over them. As always, I'm opening this inside a box. I usually use a shoe box or something similar so that I can keep everything nice and tidy and it avoids any mess getting anywhere else. Give it a good stir. Alright, so basically I can now feel that all of the pigment or the product is at the bottom. So this stirrer is going to get rid of all of that and make sure it's really well mixed in before it goes on the wall. And where that was feeling clumpy and lumpy at the bottom of the tin, it's now, the stirrer's moving around nice and freely, so I know that that's all been mixed in now. It is a very thin consistency, so yeah, I'm guessing that it is literally just as a sealer rather than something that's necessarily going to cover everything. So it's, oh yeah, it's going on like quite milky. But yeah, definitely watch out for drips with this product. I'm actually just dipping the tip of the brush in just to get a bit of the product onto the end rather than drenching it and having it all dribble down. And this smells quite solventy, so you might want to make sure you've got a well ventilated area when you're doing this. I'm guessing that the solvents in it are probably what is going to stop all that mould getting through. And a little tip, if you are ever working with anything that has got solvents in it or, you know, strong smell, get the lid back on as soon as you can, because obviously while that lid's off, all of that solvent and stink is getting out into the air. So the quicker you get that lid back on, the less you're going to suffer, basically. So that's now on, and that is going to take 15 minutes to dry. So it's really fast drying, this primer, which is great. Always good if you get a product that dries quickly so you can get on with things. And you've got time for a cup of tea or to get on with some other stuff. I've literally timed it 15 minutes on the dot, so I can confirm that that is accurate. It does dry in 15 minutes. Now it's on to the next part of the process, which is the Perma White interior paint, which is going to finish the job. So again, give it a really good stir, really good mix around. But it says that this will create a tough and durable finish that will protect against any blistering and cracking and peeling. So perfect for a corner like this one where it has experienced a little bit of damp. And this paint contains a biocide that will prevent any future fungal growth, which is good news. Because there really is nothing worse than spending all this time, you know, getting everything out, doing the job, and then for a few weeks later, some of the dark spots and the marks start showing through the paint. You're just going to have to do it all again. Pigment's good, it's going on nicely. It's going on nice, not super thick, but you can tell that it's giving good coverage. Because I can just see, I mean, you won't be able to see it probably on camera, but you can tell where it's slightly yellowed, the paint that's underneath. So you can see where this is going on, nice and fresh, nice and white. This paint smells a bit like acrylic. I'm hoping that it's not going to completely seal everything off, because I do think it's important for your walls to breathe, especially if you're in an old house, like this is a Victorian, Edwardian kind of property. And, you know, the ventilation isn't always great, which obviously is why this sort of thing can happen in the first place, but equally, if you just seal it off completely, then there's a chance that it's going to bubble up underneath because there's nowhere for the moisture to sort of move to. So I think, you know, it's fine for the walls to get a bit moist, but you don't want them to sort of, for that moisture to get stuck essentially. So if, you know, if that moisture can breathe in and out of the wall, I think that's fine. But if it gets trapped, which I think is what happened here, then that's when you start to get issues. So there we have it, guys. That's only taken me a couple of hours, and I think that that is going to have done the job. I'm pretty confident. It's looking really good. It's looking nice and white, nice and fresh, and I'm judging by the vapours that were coming off a lot of these products that mould will not be coming back. I'm just going to finish with a little tip for you. So obviously I've shown you that I was wearing these gloves for the painting, which are covered in paint, which means I'm not going to have to faff about now washing my hands. But also, if you were continuing painting later on or tomorrow, so you've got a bigger job in hand, what you can do is you just get your paintbrush, whack it in the glove, and peel off the glove that way. And that can be sealed for your next time painting. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see coming up on my channel. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Bye.